Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, this is yours truly, Eric Deters, the Bulldog, a.k.a. Eric of Nicholson, ready to do my show. Dan Bongino is previewing Trump. You know what? If you're going to replace Rush Limbaugh and you're going to have an inaugural show, you might as well begin with interviewing Trump, right? I think that's going to be off the charts. Can you imagine how angry Geraldo is going to be? He's going to be upset. Belarus, the country of Belarus, forced an airplane to land, then seized a journalist. Now, I don't know about you, but the first thing that I thought of was, why can't we here in the United States force down some airplanes and seize all these journalists that we don't like? Watch, the FBI will be contacting me now. But isn't that hilarious? Forcing down an airplane and grabbing a journalist. Wouldn't we love to get Chris Cuomo on an airplane, forcing him down to land in Kentucky, and then pick him up and hold him hostage? Psaki, good old redhead Jen Psaki, claims she has a hard time keeping up with Joe Biden, which obviously raises the question, what's wrong with her? What disability, physical or mental, does she have that she can't keep up with Joe Biden, right? I mean, there's got to be something going on if she can't keep up with Joe Biden. The Wuhan lab. You know, ladies and gentlemen, the American jury and Bulldog Nation, we all knew, didn't we? Of course we all knew that COVID was a political weapon used by the left, the Joe Biden campaign, the American Communist tent. And we couldn't call it the China virus. We weren't allowed to say it originated in China. Who lied to us? China lied to us. Everybody lying. Now, in the cool, calm aftermath of the 2020 election, now we're allowed to know, as the facts come out, that it looks like the old Wuhan lab is where the virus originated, and it was, in fact, Chinese created, and the leak came from there. I mean, it's incredible. And not only that, we're finding out more and more about how American tax dollars somehow ends up in China at the Wuhan lab. I mean, really? I mean, it's just all damn disgusting. And of course, we've been censored for a year every time we bring this up. There might be a little censor on what I'm saying right now somewhere. Federal employees, Joe Biden, in all of his infinite wisdom, has now said that maybe a lot of these federal employees can work remotely permanently. Folks, you can say what the hell you want about remote work, homeschool remote. It isn't the same. It isn't the damn same. I have worked from home before. It isn't the same. During an 8-hour busy ordinary business day, if a law firm and any other company has people working remotely, you are not as productive as you're in your freaking office with your coworkers, working, commiserating about your work, and getting it done. That's just a fact, Jack. Federal government has got enough problems with customer service. What happens when they work permanently remotely? Another brilliant idea from Joe, I'm demented, Biden. Transition requests. You hear about this? All of these people transitioning. CBS, I'm shocked. CBS 60 Minutes did a story about it. These individuals who transitioned, who had regrets of transitioning and then detransitioned, were shocked how easy it was to even begin the process, and they wish it wasn't. DeSantis, he made a point yesterday. I like mentioning him whenever chance I can on a news item. He brought up yesterday how absolutely ridiculous it was that Iran can post about killing all Jews and Trump is banned from social media. I mean, what kind of an American thinks that's okay? What kind of American? You even got some of the American Communist 10, like Bernie Sanders, that have concerns about that. Psaki, when faced with all of the issues and questions surrounding crime in our major cities? Easy to do, isn't it? She blames the gun. How anybody in America could blame guns for the violence in the cities is incredible. I mean, the lack of common sense on the gun issue is astounding. I mean, who doesn't think that a bad guy can't get his hand on an illegal gun? It's got nothing to do with gun laws. The proliferation of guns is there. A bad guy is always going to get a gun, period. It's the gun. And as we all know, the NRA pitch is guns don't kill and shoot people, people kill and shoot people. Rand Paul threat. You know, Rand Paul was threatened with apparently a mysterious package with white substance, so forth and so on. FBI is investigating. I guarantee you right now, if that was Chucky Schumer or Nancy Pelosi, oh my God, what would the media do with that? Remember, we're always going to flip it to just make the point time and time again. Rubio is sounding the alarm. By the way, Rubio is one of those people, you know, I don't agree with everything he says and does, but it's just an example. He's still a solid senator versus what the alternatives are. And he's talking about what I've been talking about forever. The communists Chinese communists are taking advantage of Joe Biden's weakness and letting the guard down. And it's scary, scary stuff. Of course, what they did under the Obama Biden administration for 8 years, God only knows. But I'm telling you right now, folks, they infiltrated this country like you wouldn't believe during those 8 years. Write it down, circle it, mark it in a box. I'm telling you, that's what went down. Geraldo. Good old Geraldo. And I like pointing this out because it's just funny. Willie once told me that sitting in the green room with Geraldo, he could not believe how bad Geraldo smelled. That his personal hygiene was so bad that he stunk. Sorry, Geraldo, that's what Willie told me. I have no reason to dispute it. But Geraldo says that America is complicit with crimes against humanity with Israel bombing Gaza. Geraldo. And just to let you know something else, this Geraldo-Bongino dispute, telling you right now, I know how media works. Who's to say if this isn't media created? Hey, Geraldo, you're going to become Bongino's arch enemy. It's part of the game. I don't know. It might be legitimate. I don't know. Mitt Romney. We can always count on old Mitt, can't we? He's the first Republican senator to say, oh, I'm okay with this January 6th commission. Good old Mitt Romney. He needs to be turned out to pasture. Or better yet, turned out into someplace in Utah. Can we drop Mitt Romney off the top of one of those stone natural structures that Utah's famous for? Let's just put old Mitt right on top of one of those and say, Mitt, we'll pick you up later. Judicial Watch. They filed a lawsuit going after the Pentagon and the Park Police that relates to January 6th. Thank God for Judicial Watch. I'm giving them Oracle status.
You've been awarded Oracle status.
What Judicial Watch did during the Obama years on Hillary Clinton and continue to do with their lawsuits and public records requests and getting us facts is historical and critical and important. If there wasn't already a Judicial Watch, I'd like to start a Judicial Watch. But I don't need to start a Judicial Watch because Judicial Watch, Mark Fitton and the gang are already doing it. It's astounding the work that they do. Amazon might be buying MGM for $9 billion. Now, you know how I feel about these monopolies. However, there's one silver lining in it. I trust Bezos, reluctantly, more than China. At least the Chinese aren't buying another freaking studio. I'd rather have Bezos own it than freaking communist China. 69 tigers. This is the old Tiger King guy, that Jeff guy that took it over. Well, apparently the feds have taken the 69 animals away because it's fallen apart and they're in risk. I thought Carol Baskin took over that park. I guess not. Great white sharks making a comeback on the California coast. Apparently there's 300 of them has been spotted. Do not bathe in the ocean waters near the great whites. By the way, you know why I put that in part of my news story? Because I know how everybody loves sharks. I'm going with it. Great white sharks. Everybody loves a shark story, right? Last but not least, you hear about the Bitcoin pizza guy? This is crazy. The Bitcoin pizza guy, there's a guy that got a tip, like 10 Bitcoin pieces or whatever, and he ended up using them, selling them. At the time, they were only worth $40. If this guy would have kept those Bitcoins that he was given, they would have been worth $340 million. And this guy says, oh, he's okay with what happened. You know, he's at peace with it. I wouldn't be. I would be saying, why did I spend those Bitcoins? Can you imagine a tip for pizza? $45, now worth $300 million plus. Whew, that'd be tough to swallow. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.